After my acceptance of the results, without any query, the IEC chairman wrote this document, which we got later on during the weekend. The headline is justification, and I'll read for you to understand what has happened. Error in the total of final election results. The tabulation of the 2016 presidential election results from the 53 constituencies was done correctly. Furthermore, regional election results were also tabulated correctly from Banjul to Basse administrative areas. However, when the total votes per region were being tallied, certain figures were inadvertently transposed. Instead of adding the total number of votes polled by Mr. Adama Barrow in the Basse administrative area, the IEC added the total number of ballots cast for Basse administrative area to Adama Barrow's total number of votes, thus swelling the number of votes Mr. Barrow polled nationally. This error was repeated across for the other contesting candidates. Having noticed this, the error is now corrected, and this is the actual result. The total number of votes transposed was not mentioned. How they rectified the error was not mentioned. And then, with their rectification, they came up with, for Adama Barrow, 227,708 votes. For myself, 208,486 votes. And for Mama Kande, 87,768 votes. It is very clear that signed Ali Momar Njai, chairman of the IEC, who is also the returning officer. They did something that is also unprecedented in the elections for the 22 years I've been in power. That all the parties were called to the IEC, I think it was on Monday, to tell them that there were errors and mistakes made. It is not from the level of the electorate, but the level of the IEC, which mistakes are unacceptable. On this note, I want to make it very clear that in the same way that I accepted faithfully the results, believing that the IEC was independent and honest and reliable, I hereby reject the results in totality. Let me repeat, I will not accept the results based on what has happened. Throughout this week, we have been conducting investigations to get to the bottom of why this large number of people did not vote. Our investigations reveal that in some cases, voters were told that the opposition has already won and there was no need for them to vote. and out of anger, some of them returned home. We also discovered something that has never happened in the elections in this country. That every registered voter, as was always the case, is put on the voters' register. This time around, interestingly enough, voters went to the polling stations where they are supposed to vote with their valid voters' cards, but later find that the picture on the voter register is correct, the name is correct, the address is correct. But interestingly enough, the number of the voters' card that was put in the voters' register did not tally with the one the voter was supposed to use to vote.
Watch the entire statement on Jattes later in the night. The Gambia